Hello, all you beautiful souls who are watching this and who are resonating with what I do and all these videos that I use this YouTube channel for different kinds of channelings, and just about sharing experiences and also inner journeys. Some of them I also share here that I feel that are relevant for others to hear if it's not too personal. And in this video, I decided to come to share my story because I felt like maybe it's time for me to do that, since I am doing a lot of work related to these past life regressions, quantum healing, hypnosis, and also quantum sound healings, and they are all related to the same thing, about the energy of the time I was living in Atlantis, to bring this back to on Earth at this time, but it all happens from within us. And I felt like maybe it's time for me to share my experience, why I do what I do now, and how I have come to this point of doing all of this work about remembering who you are, it's really about reconnecting again, us souls again on Earth, in this galactic network of this process of unity consciousness, of I am, that we are creating together with Mother Earth. I'm not so much about sharing information or channeling information in general, and I'm not so much into about reading anything or listening to anything, information about what other people have about Atlantis, because I'm supposed to work everything through experience. I have decided, and it's not only about me deciding it, this is how I'm supposed to work as a soul in this lifetime, to remembering everything by experience, by these inner journeys we have gone through, and I have gone to Atlantis, back there again and again, to pick up some small pieces of information and experience for me to connect the dots, and also maybe, of course, some other information also very useful that other people have. But for me, it's really about the experience, because what I do and what I try to do, and my whole idea and motivation behind all of my work is for everyone to find their truth within by remembering who they are as a soul from within themselves. And the only way to really do it is through experience. So this is what I do with my courses also, to integrate the gifts and take them back again, take back your power. But not only that, but really energetically open up the inner fire. So knowing how to be in control of your energy and still work with the guides, be in a flow state with the gifts. So with that being said, let's see, where should I start from? Well, I will just start from 1.5 years ago. Something happened to me, and I didn't know what was happening to me at that time. It was very overwhelming. I was in a life situation, like many know this, thanks to Corona. It really gave an opportunity for people to go within and really change their life from within, and to be more isolated. And there was a purpose behind it, of course, more higher purpose, to really go within more. But what happened to me was that I lost everything. I got a lot of debts, and I lost my work, I lost my home, and I had to go back to my roots and be around me circumstances that I would not love to maybe choose myself to be in. But I had to go there in order to clear out, to really go to the roots of myself and do a lot of shadow work. And I went to forest and meditate. It was like every day 2 times, 3 times, and until I started to get my life more in balance back again. But I was really meditating a lot, and in that process I really learned how to surrender to the universe with all of my body. And what happened was that I got this kundalini. It's more like this cosmic orgasm in a surrender state. And many times I also, even though I had this cosmic orgasm, like I don't know how to call it in another way. It's not something sexual. It's just like this explosion energy, oneness, complete, like eternity kind of. That experience of it, and in the body, and I got many times this, like someone was choking me, and yeah, it's just a process. And what happened after that year, I suddenly started falling into trance, and because something got activated in me that made me get more open into to connect myself to my oversoul group and the galactics, and to start to open up everything so that I could do what I do now. But what happened was that I fell into trance, and all these strange sounds and languages were talking through my body, like many different beings, and I don't know what was. It was totally out of control, and I fell down and was shaking my whole body and breathing like like crazy, and lost a lot of hair and lost a lot of weight and totally out of balance, couldn't ground myself. And even Anunnakis were talking to me. It was really crazy, until it continued like this every day. It could happen anywhere, at work, in the outside, somewhere, at home, anywhere. So I really had to stay isolated. And yes, it was really like a SOS moment. I didn't know what to do, what happened to me. And then I found a person who helped me through a three months mediumship course. She helped me to clear out everything that needed to be cleared out, so that I could come back into control of my body, with my soul and mind, everything, spirit in the body. So the first memory I had to face was a time in Atlantis when I was living there as a man. I was a man's body. I really remember how it felt to be that man in that body, how I looked like, and how the society felt like. Everyone was really happy. I remember that, and it was really like really happy feeling. The stone buildings, a lot of water canals, and some mountains in the background somewhere, and it was really like living in a unity in that society. So, but that memory I had to go through was when tsunami came, that everyone have heard of, because of some entities that were abusing this immense power that we learn how to live with in that time. It was really like living in a fifth dimensional reality. That's what I feel, but I don't know how other people feel about it. But this is my feeling, because we really knew how everything was energy, and not only knew, we experienced everything as energy. Like everything was based on the intentions of the energies within us, by awareness within us, and so. But anyway, in that memory, I was the one who had to tell the people in that village I lived. There is this open space in a like a meeting point in the middle of the village, somewhere there, with a pillar in the middle that I was connecting to, and that was like a connecting place for the pillar. Pillar in the middle was a stone pillar, but I was able to connect to it energetically, so that the information that I had to share, or any kind of uh, um, energies through me to clear out stuff, or just bring out more energies, transformations through energies, they were all related to how I could connect with that pillar, the pillar of light that it was, but it was like connecting with it through my body. And that was a place where I shared whatever information and stuff that came through me, through connecting with that pillar of light and energy. And in that spot, I had to tell everyone that everything will be finished, we will all die, and there's nothing we can do. The flood is coming, and it's coming now. And it was like really a situation of panic. And the next thing I remember was the water just came, and then it was blank. Um, and in that process of going to this memory, when you're going to past lives, when you're ready to do it, and if you are supposed to do it, if your higher self allows you to see something from your past life, there's always a reason for it. And this reason was to, it is really good to go through why you died also in that process. So the reason I had to face all of this memory, how we died in the tsunami, was because these souls, I don't know how and why, how it's possible, but all these souls, many souls, they took refuge in me because I was the last memory of telling them about this tsunami. So they took refuge in my body. And I had promised before this happened, I knew that this would happen one day, that we would almost all be wiped out, and everything would be lost. Not everything, but basically. And so I knew that, okay, I will continue this process even though everything is wiped out, to continue to keep this knowledge from within and incarnate on earth again and again during these thousands of years, 12,000 something years, to come back to earth in these dark ages that we have lived through, to share the knowledge in my way, how I was experiencing. It was also a lot of sacrificing my life to come here, like many other souls of you who are watching this probably resonate with also. So but I have to go back all the way to Atlantis to really clear out my energy. Now, when we are closing this cycle and starting a new one on Earth, it makes sense that you have to go to the root, to the root of everything in your body, so that you don't have anything inside you. You can be a free flow, free vessel. And this is a process, definitely. We are just like starting it now. It's not just healing. So anyway, I had to go there and release all of these souls from my body with the help of these quantum healers and channelers that were doing this for me. And I will always be grateful for this. I don't know what I would do without that help. And with Arcturians to really upgrade the DNA and to take out this chip also that was in my throat, that somehow are related to Anunnakis, because the Anunnakis, yes, they were the ones who created all of these. Many of you probably know much more than me because I'm not reading so much. I'm just going with my own experience. And but what I have understood about Anunnakis, they helped us to really get a more structured society when Lemuria was lost before that. But like probably all of you know who are watching this know that a part of them abuse their power in a way of keeping people as slaves. And so a part of that kind of energy had to be released from my body in order for me to come out with my energy, be free in my energy and do what I do now, and channel all of these energies and sounds, frequencies, vibrations with an open channel of transforming. And all of this had to be removed from me. All of these souls, this chip, everything that were placed in me, so that I would be stuck basically. But still, yes, I came here many times, many lifetimes, to sacrifice myself. My soul had apparently chosen to do that during these 12,000 years. So now when we are closing everything, closing all of this, we are reuniting again to remembering who we are, but not only with information. It's more about experience, remembering who you are as a soul with your gifts through experience. And that's why we go back to Atlantis, many of us in these inner journeys, to go back to where it started, and to in order to finish it, to finish the cycle, to start anew, basically. So that's my story with releasing this all. And then I learned how to work with my energy body, to move my soul, all this etheric body, my soul, everything, like knowing consciously how to move it. Because all these years when I was meditating in the Tibetan monasteries and stuff, they were all like preparing me for this moment to be in the body, to be so aware in the body, like Vipassana style, but really like removing all of these energies together with Arcturians to really clear out all the dust. So then I was able to be in control of my energy by the awareness of my energy, of me in my body, with the physical body integrated and in balance with the soul body, mental body, and etheric body, all the elements, and to integrate the fifth. So consciously knowing how to navigate my energy in my body according to situations, how to open my own portal of energies and how to close it according to my own will. Because yes, I'm a very sensitive person. Thanks to all hurdles before in life, they were all meant to be there to prepare me for this time. So it's a beautiful thing to be a very sensitive soul. But to be really in control of one's energy was the first thing I really had to do, to clear out that before and learn how to really be that in my body. And then all these sounds started channeling through me, and I learned slowly how to work with it, how to work with energies and these quantum healings that I do in the journeys and so on. The next memory I remember I had, oh yes, actually before the tsunami came, in that same memory, I was in my home as a man in that life. I remember this big building. It was like this square building, and it was our home somewhere quite in the middle of the village, I guess. And I had a wife and two children, and my wife's dad was talking to her. Something they had something to do this with these projects related to managing this village, and I guess I'm not gonna tell my name, even though I know what it is, but I just for personal reasons want to keep it for myself for now. And yes, my son, one of the sons, he was talking so much to me, and I remember how it felt to be a dad. I had so much love for him. It was so beautiful, that family, the unity of the family we had, and just really this divine love and just being anchored in one's body completely. In complete kind of living in a synchronized way, to be completely in your body with your gifts, knowing your mission, your almost like your position in the society, not in a title way, like nowadays on Mother Earth we have this this imbalanced masculinity that we are clearing out, but all of these politics, blah blah blah, these borders and these structure systems that are for controlling people basically, and doesn't allow people to find the freedom within. But that's why we have this situation now in the world, so that people can start questioning the authorities to find it from within themselves instead. So with that being said, that's how we were living in Atlantis, in this freedom state, and we went through also, of course, stages in order to become masters of our own energies and knowing how to work with it, related to Mother Earth's energies. I was really this channeling energies with crystal energies from Mother Earth to spread them out to the universe, and this is what I do now. But everything was within, even though we had temples, it was really like about our personal connections to those temples, according to the steps that we had taken in order to come to that state of living in that purpose from within. So the temples were also like energetic temples. They were not temples like nowadays. They were like some of the people who have memories, these inner journeys, who have memories with me in Atlantis, they also did something similar to me in the society, but they had their own stuff, their own temples. I was more with the pyramid and this pillar of light. And the pyramid energy was really about pumping up these energies, like explosion. So this is how I work also. This is how my soul works, basically. And some other people were working with temples in another way, as oracles of this light from within to be spread out, healing, sharing messages, whatever. And they were all energies from the temple. For example, light coming up from patterns under the temple, from under the earth, the crystal energies, or another person like she was more leading ceremonies with channeling, dancing together, channeling songs, and she had more the energy that came also from the crystals. Everything was related to the crystals within us, how to connect to the crystals from within us and channel that energy. She had the connection more to the walls in the temple that she had. The light came from the walls. Totally different reality than what we live nowadays. But this is what we are taking back now. So with this being said, I will go to the next memory, where I was sitting together with some other people as that man in Atlantis with Anubis, the god that protects and brings the souls to move on to the underworld, or the so that they can bring the people who have died, to bring them on the souls. So I'm really closely related, connected to him, this god. And so sitting there around the table with some others, and we were all planning of where to implant crystals, big areas of crystals, this technology of crystals. Because we knew, I went to a place before that which was this big round weird tower building, and I had my sword. I remember I was there alone and I was supposed to go down, but I just couldn't go down all the way because I felt so much dark energy from there. And this kind of stuff was really powerful, because we knew how much power we had within. But some people who abuse this power to control stuff and people, and who wanted power, they use so much energy. And of course, that's how the society disappeared, because they also gained so much power, but they abused the power. They didn't know how to live in a synchronized way with harmony with the society and nature. So I knew from that experience with those, to see that dark stuff, that I had to see that, okay, everything will disappear. So we sat down and planned. We had a map on the table there with the sword that were placed where they would be implanted. And we got this idea, and I remember how excited I was. I was so excited, like yes, yes, because this is the knowledge. It's not about crystals, just like energies. Yes, there are energies, but this knowledge from within us, it's knowledge through experience to connect to these crystals from within us, these energies. And because we knew everything would disappear, but we needed to keep up this energy, to keep up this 12,000 year cycle with Mother Earth. So we implanted them before everything disappeared with this tsunami. And the interesting thing is that I have no idea in this life where they are implanted, but actually it does not matter. And I feel really honestly, we are not supposed to know that, because this is the gift actually, to not know. Because the new reality we are creating now on Earth, to become really more in a higher dimensional way experienced through this physical reality, everything needs to come from within us. By understanding how much power we have within, by understanding that it is us only within ourselves where we find a connection to the universe, because we are the universe. And like many people are awakened now to this idea, so it's wonderful. But this is all really important, to find it from within yourself, your experience. That's why there are not so many words to this, to describe how I was living in Atlantis in this energy, how you're bringing back this and again on Mother Earth, to cut out the cycle, to bring a new, start anew. But it's all from within, and it's not going to be destroyed again like that time. No, this is a renewed time right now. What we are bringing to Mother Earth together in this galactic network, by becoming galactic citizens, by transforming from more carbon-based bodies to crystalline-based. But in this process, it's all about clearing, going to the root to clear out, so you have a free channel within, and knowing that you are a unique soul. No one is like you, but you need to experience this from within yourself, to find a home in the universe within yourself, so that you can find a place in the world also that feels like home, that feels like this is your gift, this is who you are, and you know how to work with it, you know how to channel it, you know how to be in control of your energy, and still being synchronized, living in a synchronicity. So yeah. So I guess this is it for today. This was much longer than what I thought it would be. So yes, big projects we are on right now on Mother Earth, and What else do I feel there is to say before I finish? Yeah, we have different experiences, all of us, uniquely to us. And by going back to memories like these, we clear out what needed to clear out to take back what is ours, what is who we truly are, to live in purpose. So you don't need to live in the slave mentality anymore. We cut out that part that Anunnakis created to keep people as slaves. We're cutting it out, that energy now, to start anew, but from within ourselves. Oh yes, so these crystals, yes. So it's all about how to connect to this crystal energy from within us. That's why these inner journeys are really important, that everything works through the quantum field now. Okay, some people do Reiki and healing to others. I have done it also half of my life, but and it's perfect as it is. Everyone have their own gifts. But what these things really will shift more into is that this type of healing methods would shift into more of the quantum field. That everything works through the quantum field. So everything works through your higher self, to finding this from within you, to realize everything through your own experience, the universe within you, to have the experience to understand and get all the answers from within you, again according to the energy within you. So this is the new reality of I am, that we are going into more and more, and we are really creating it together. This is not about it's going your way. It's only living your truth, living it, and then you don't need to, like, live in this slavery mindset to work this much amount of money for someone else to pay this much amount of rent, and so on and so on. Yes, it's a process. You need to accept where you are also, but knowing how to, that everything will start to become more and more divinely guided from within you, and following that and having faith and trust in this way in the universe, knowing your place. So yes, now I feel like I have said a lot. I want enough for today. So yeah, thank you everyone who has connected with me through this video. Whoever resonates with me, my energy, what I do, who I am, and we are really in this network together, and you all have an important part of the puzzle, important piece of the puzzle in this whole project of Mother Earth at this time. So never forget that, and that you are unique. So there's no comparison, and it's all about us finding this more from within ourselves, and connecting and reconnecting, finding each other again, and remembering who we are through the experience. Thank you so much.